Hello learners. In the last part, we have started with the circulation part. Okay, so we have looked at the staircase elements. So in this lecture, we are going to deal with the ramp elements, how to model them. Okay, so let's get started. So we can find the ramp above the stair tool. Okay, so here under the architectural tab, click on ramp, and we have the sketching tools here, that is run, boundary, and riser. Okay, so this is similar to as we have seen with the staircase as well. So, and here there are the properties, that is the base constraint, level, top constraint, offset if any, and we have the graphical tool, that is up and down representation of the ramp. Then we have the width of the ramp. Okay, for now here we have these properties, and under as we go to edit type, we have the shape. For now, let's keep it thick. Thickness represents the thickness of the slab that comprises the ramp. Okay, so it's 200 mm for now. And this graphics text represent the text of the up and down arrow, that it's 2.5 mm for now, and the font is Arial. You can assign the ramp material if you wish any. So let's assign it as a concrete. So I'll just type concrete, and here we have assigned the ramp material as concrete. So there are a few more constraints here. That is the maximum inclined length allowed for a single piece of ramp is 12 meters, that is 12,000 mm. And maximum slope here, let's give it a little bit flatter slope. So it's 1 in 12. So apply, okay, and we are free to sketch the ramp. So all you need to define is the first point and extend it in the direction you want. So as you can see, there is a preview that is formed as I move my cursor in any direction. Okay, so if I move my cursor beyond the 12,000 mm mark, you can see even if my cursor is extending beyond that part, my ramp is still limited to 12,000 mm. This is because the properties that we have set, that is the single piece of ramp should not exceed 12,000 mm, okay, or 12 meters. So even if my cursor goes beyond it, only the 12 meters ramp is created and it won't be any extending any further. Okay, so let's finish it, and in this way we have our ramp. So as you can see, it's not extending up to level 1, that is starting from level 0 to level 1. This is because of the slope that we have assigned. So if you want to change the slope, you can go to select the element, go to edit type, and if you want the uh, slope to be a little steeper, so you can assign the values, required values here based on the calculations. So you can see now the ramp is starting from level 0 to level 1, but practically this won't be the scenario as steeper slopes are not recommended. So let's change back to a flatter one rather. Okay, so we have the flattest ramp here. So when you go to edit sketch again, run, and if you just continue creating another ramp, you can have it connected. Just finish, edit type. Now you can see my ramp is now turned and it's moving up in the level 1 direction. Okay, so you can adjust the height using the path, or adjusting the path in order to reach the level to level constraints. Okay, for now we can have it like this. So if you want the ramp in any other shapes, you can have it as well. So go to ramp. If you want the ramp to be in zigzag pattern, so you can have that as well. Only the thing is the single piece of ramp is not extending beyond the set value, that is for here in the example it's 12,000 mm. Okay, so if you can create it in any way as you want, just make sure you trim extend these things properly as they are not intersecting. Can delete this element. Okay, the green represents the boundary and the black line represents the risers, as you have seen in the case of staircase as well. Make sure there is a proper loop formed and no intersection in between. And from here, like there is another thing, it's extending here, so let's trim it out. Okay, now let's finish it. Go to 3D. So we have a zigzag ramp model. Okay, the railings are by default placed here. So in this way, you can have any of your ramp model of any shape you desire. Okay, so if you go to the ramp, select the ramp again and go to edit type. Now, first you have seen the thick. Now we have to see the solid. So whenever you select this solid and click OK, you can notice the bottom is changing. Okay, previously there was a flat piece of slab. Now the entire thing is covered as the ramp moves up. Okay, you can see it better in this case. Okay, so if you want a solid element to be visible, entire solid element to be visible below the slab or the below the ramp profile, you can set it to solid, or else you can have the thickness which represents the ramp slab thickness. Okay. So in this way, you can adjust your run. We can have the ramp modeled in any shape that we desire to. Okay. So for that, you need to sketch the boundary and the riser. So let's take an example of how it can happen. So let's select the boundary and take any desired tool that you wish, like this shape of the to define the shape of the ramp or the profile of the ramp. Okay, for now I've selected the curve one, so I want my ramp in a curve fashion. So here I have my one side boundary created. I'll just copy this here and just model the risers here. So as my boundary and risers are created, I just click on finish and go to 3D. You can see my ramp of a typical unique shape has been created. It's unlike this straight flight. You can have it in any shape as desired. And in the next lecture, we are going to deal with the railing part. Okay, so stay tuned, keep learning. Thank you.